Good afternoon. My name is Tiffany Tresh, and I'm here to discuss with you the effects of the heart-lung machine or cardiopulmonary bypass machine on children who use the machine before 3 months of age and the learning disabilities it can cause. Children who are born with heart defects that require surgery before 3 months of age are at risk for learning disabilities caused by the heart-lung machine. A machine that was once used to save their life can leave the children with learning disabilities. Each case is different, and the effects can range from mild to severe. My daughter suffers from learning difficulties as a result of open heart surgery. She had surgery at 8 days old, and here is a picture of her after her open heart surgery. She was placed on the heart-lung machine for over 15 minutes. Now, as a kindergartner, she faces retention. Again, I would never change this surgery because it saved her life, but I do wish that I knew about the difficulty she would face before this year. The heart and lung machine. Okay, this is a machine that pumps the blood for the heart during surgery. It also cools the blood and lowers the body temperature, decreasing the body's oxygen and energy needs. The use of the machine can affect the brain and the processes within the brain. Learning disabilities that children may face include a less than average gross motor function, reduction of fine motor skills, and weaknesses in visual and verbal memory. Some children may be diagnosed with ADHD as a result. Let us further examine the heart-lung machine and how it can cause long-lasting effects. A requirement for life is to receive blood and oxygen to the vital organs of the body. During open heart surgery, the heart needs to be stopped. This is where the heart and lung machine comes in. The blood is passed through the machine and back into the organs, avoiding the heart. The blood is cooled to decrease the body's oxygen needs, and the repair of the heart is performed. Now, when the performance is done or the surgery is done, they warm the blood back up and start producing it back through the heart. During the process, the brain is subject to a lot less oxygen during the time on the heart and lung machine. Increased time on the machine has greater risk for damage. Again, oxygenated blood coming through the brain, it's cooled, definitely can feel some effects. The ability to learn and process information is not always seen right away and is often not a concern until the child reaches school age. The development of school-age children is critical to life's successes. A child that hasn't had an open heart surgery before the age of 3 months can see significant learning disabilities that impair their ability to succeed at the early levels of school, causing inability to focus, lower scoring on testing, retention, and lack of interest in school in the following years. Often, the children suffer from less than average gross motor skills, visual verbal memory weaknesses, and their fine motor skills can suffer significantly. When my daughter uses her pencil, she struggles to write letters. She has a very difficult time in remembering letters of the alphabet. She sees them multiple times, and she still is very, very struggling with this. So it's definitely something that parents and teachers need to be aware of. Now, the inability to recognize letters of the alphabet or numbers can be detrimental to a child in kindergarten who just wants to understand like the rest of their classmates. Dyslexia can also be a learning disability that children suffer from. Some children are even diagnosed with the attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And I can see that. My daughter struggles to hold still. She doesn't want to focus, or it appears that she doesn't want to focus, but I really feel that it is coming from the effects of the surgery. So in conclusion, it's important for us to be aware that a child who has underwent surgery at an early age is not always going to be as educationally gifted as their peers. It is also important for us to take into account the difficulties they may be experiencing and work together to assist them in the best ways that we can. It can be frustrating as an adult to help a child who we do not really know how to help. But you can imagine how the child feels when they cannot express their inabilities to remember the letter you so desperately want them to recognize.